Mahanidhi.
Jai.
Okay, this is the Srimad Bhagavatam class. What is it? What's the date?
27.
June 27, 2026. We're on 9th Canto, chapter 15, Gopal. There's one of the avatars of the Lord. Means he's an empowered, he's a Jivatma, but he's empowered with special power by Bhagavan to remove non-devotee Kshatriyas from the earth and establish Dharma. So let's see what summary, we can look at PBT summary on page 475. Rupa 15. These chapters of Bhagavatam, very amazing personalities. The psychology, human psychology they exhibit, the behavior is so human and so much, there's nothing new under the sun. It's all about greed and envy and pride and lust. And the world never changes. Back to entry. It's flooded out. How you came?
I can like this and we watch it.
This is no entrance. That's the mouse entrance. Summary of chapter 15 of Srimad Bhagavatam. So it describes the descendants of Urvasi and their different sons, and one of her sons, Kusha, had a daughter named Satyavati, and Satyavati and Rishika Muni, they gave birth to Jamadagni. Jamadagni he's the father of who?
Parasuram.
Parasuram. So Parasuram's father is Jamadagni, so he's the son of Urvasi. So Parasuram must be pretty good looking. Although we kind of think he must be mean and ugly. Ugly, he's mean, but not ugly. So that's like sometimes beautiful women. Pretty, but not so pretty inside. But Parasuram was a very handsome figure, but he did very ugly deeds. At least his Kshatriyas got their heads cut off. But it was good for Dharma. So, it's a whole big thing. Rivalry went on. The son Parasuram, there was a king named Kartavyarjuna. Kartavyarjuna, he was very strong and powerful. He defeated Ravana and locked him up somewhere. So he was more powerful than Ravana. So he was pretty proud. So Jamadagni had a Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu was a special kind of cow that has the power to fulfill any desire. So Kartavyarjuna wanted that cow, so he killed Jamadagni. Is that right? No, what's it say?
He stole the cow.
He stole the cow. So what does this show? This shows greed. He's supposed to be a Kshatriya. He's supposed to know morality. He's supposed to follow Kshatriya code. You don't steal cows. This is the law. of Dharma. He was a Dharmic. So, what happened? So Parasuram, he didn't like that, so he killed the guy. So Parasuram is more powerful than Kartavya Arjuna, means he's more powerful than Ravan also. So he's very powerful. Later he annihilated the Kshatriya dynasty 21 times. Any reason why 21? Why not 18, 19?
He met Rama after.
Huh?
He met Rama.
After that, he actually, after 21 times, he met his father. Father told him, this is too much now, stop it. So
Okay, I know that's known. Go ask him why 21 times when at 19 or 22.
There is law in Russia, if it's 21 times, so they won't put you to the prison, means you're crazy.
Oh, you do some crying 21 times.
21
Okay, it's not punishable.
I mean, it's out of someone,
Okay.
if you kill someone and you use knife 21 times, means you're crazy, they put you directly to net house, not to the prison.
Okay. Keep that in mind next time.
The count is lower in other countries.
Here's the question. Where did all the blood of the Kshatriyas get collected?
some place was there.
Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is called Samanta Panchaka or something like that. Something like that. It says here it was collected at Kurukshetra. So Kurukshetra, and the Gita starts out, what's the first verse of the Gita?
Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra.
Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra. The Kurukshetra is a place of Dharma. So for millions of years, Devatas would come to the earth planet to do yajnas at Kurukshetra. And great kings of India would go to Kurukshetra to do Ashwamedha yajnas, horse sacrifices, etc. They would invite Vishnu, they would invite Brahma, the Manasabhutras of Brahma, the great seven sages, Atri and Vashishtha and all the guys. And the great sages and Agni, Varuna, Chandra, Surya, all the devas would come to the yajna at Kurukshetra. So that's where the Kauravas fought the Pandavas, and that's where Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita. The first verse of Bhagavad Gita is Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, Mahanidhi, so on. So all the blood that all the Kshatriyas all over India was all collected over there. There's 5 lakes there. They're there today. I saw them, I went there. You can take a bath there, it's very purifying and liberating. You went there? Yeah. So, Jamadagni told Parasuram he should go on a Tirtha Yatra to purify himself from all the sins. So that's the basic summary of the chapter. Let's look at some key points. So it's about stealing, killing, greed, usual stuff. You know, what else is new, you know? The idea to hear about all these things for 9 cantos is to get any of that out of us. We have some greed. There's 2 girls here, so envious of each other, stealing clothes. One girl throws the other girl in the well, and she's a Sharmishta or what? What's her caste?
She's a Brahmin.
Brahmani.
They're both Brahmins.
One is
One is
Kshatrani
Kshatrani, one is Brahmin.
Devyani is a Brahmin.
Yeah.
She's a daughter of Shukracharya. Sharmishta. Who is she? What's her caste?
She's a Kshatrani Guru.
She's daughter of
Kshatrani. So that's why she threw. She got some power. So she was So Devyani's some skinny Brahmin girl. You're not getting so much royal food, chop on belly like the kings and princesses. But he's always doing a Kasi bread and all that stuff. Chaturmasya. So, Brahmins, anyway, whatever, who knows what. Let's see what kind of things we, basically, so the idea is that every all these characters we're meeting, they're representing mentalities. That's like the whole reason there's 8,400,000 species of life, because there's 8,400,000 mentalities. Mentalities of how to forget Krishna and how to be independent of God. So those mentalities give a certain body. Like someone may have a human body, but they have animal mentality. Even they say people, oh, he's a dog. She's a cat. He's a dog. They are. They have a human body, but they have a cat mentality or a dog mentality. And their behavior is accompanies the mentality. You act what you think. So all these kind of perverse and contaminated mentalities have to be eliminated before we get into Braj. That's why all this ends up with the 10th canto of Vrindavan. So everything else is an arts liberty. The whole 9 cantos should bring us through bhajan. Bhagavat, it's called Bhagavat Bhajan. The bhajan of worshipping and serving Bhagavatam is a process of purification. Like every level of bhakti is for purification and elevation to qualify to enter training Leela of Krishna Radharani in Vrindavan. So we're always going to get hit on the head with greed and envy and lust, and girls and men and women and all the maya between them, and the crazy psychologies, the crazy greed, coverings of greed and anger, lust and envy. Because it's deep rooted for millions of lives in our subconscious mind. We have 8,400,000 desires, each one of us. Each one of us has some animal form representing it. So let's see. Okay, verse 8, chapter 15. This whole thing about some Brahmin named Rishika approached King Gadi for his daughter, and the king made all these stipulations and conditions, and they had to bring some kind of special horse and all that stuff. So he did that. And then he wanted to have a child, so he did a big yajna. But it's just like, it's a wild scene here. There's Rishika's wife and the mother-in-law, each wanted a son from the husband. From the one, it's like, that's called incest. Incest means having a union with your relatives. So the mother-in-law thought that the sacrificial food, the yajna food result, the special rice with mantras, that was given to the wife of Rishika would be better than what she got, so she took that one. So she's envious of her daughter-in-law. She wants to get a better, she thinks she'll get a better son. I'll have a better son. So there's pride there, competition. It's like we laugh, but all that stuff is in us. Where's our envy? Where's our pride? We want the better thing. We want the best thing. So try to see all these as some aspect of our own character. All these different persons have different names and different social positions, different varnas, kings. Mostly it's kings and Brahmins, men and women, kings and Brahmins, and sometimes Shudras and Vaishyas. Mostly kings and Brahmins. Because everyone always wants to be better than they are, so everyone identifies with a higher caste. It's very common in India, low-class people take the name Sharma because they get more respect. Sharma is the name of a Brahmin, so when people introduce them, their name may be Gupta, but they don't get much respect being a Gupta. So they literally change their name to Sharma. It's very prevalent in North India. Most Sharmas are bogus. But actually, you trace their bloodline, they're Shudras or Vaishyas. It's a fact. Indian people know this. So that's a problem. So the Prabhupada has a commentary on this verse. Let's look at it. You're the mother-in-law. Mother-in-law. It's so crazy. We think it's crazy, but we look at this stuff and think, what is this? You know? I'm not anywhere near this. It doesn't relate to me. It doesn't apply to me. But does it? Look deep. Look deeper. Peel back. Go back deeper. What verse we're looking at?
8.
Verse 8.
8.
10 like
What?
it's 10.
8 or the 8.
8. I have a question I wrote in my book about 20 years ago. Question: the son-in-law can impregnate the mother of his wife? I was going to ask my guru that. I never did. I was too embarrassed. I wanted to it's right here. Go get these workers here. Can the son-in-law really? Like, what's going on? How is this dharma? Without a question. The mother switched the oblation with her daughter. Well, that's where I was coming to. He said to his wife, said to Mitzi, oh, what happened? Well, you know, your mother-in-law switched the oblation. The oblations for your, they were supposed to go to your mother-in-law. You have done a wrong thing. Your son will be a fierce Kshatriya and punish everyone. And your brother will be a learned scholar in spiritual science. So the son of your mother, which will be your brother from your husband, will be a great Brahmin. And the Rishika, her husband, wanted that to be her son. Really complicated dynastic connection there. Prabhupada's commentary. A Brahmin is highly qualified. This is commentary in verse 10. A Brahmin will be highly qualified, is highly qualified, if he can control his senses and mind, to become a learned scholar in spiritual science, and become tolerant and forgiving. The Kshatriya is qualified if he's fierce in punishing wrongdoers. Satyavati ate the wrong oblation, and she got a wild son. Mother-in-laws are a problem. Seen for a long time, huh? You can't trust your mother-in-law. Okay. The Prabhupada preaches a little bit of its idea there in this commentary, which we won't understand, because I don't believe all that idea. Look at the other commentary, look at the last sentence. The basic principle.
Yeah.
Because Krishna says in the 80th chapter of Bhagavatam, Brahman is guru by birth. Krishna glorifies the Brahmins, the king Balalasa, and what was it? What was the other one? Shutadev. Shutadev is a Brahmin, and Balalasa is a king. Krishna goes and visits both of them. And Shutadev, the Brahmin, nicely worships and receives Krishna, but doesn't give much regard or respect to all the Brahmins traveling with Krishna. So Krishna in that chapter is like 82 or 83 or something, 10th Canto Bhagavatam. Krishna preaches to Shukadeva 10 verses about the glories of Brahmins. And in those verses, he doesn't say a Brahmin is a Brahmin by quality. He says a Brahmin is a Brahmin by birth, which IGM doesn't agree with. They say you have the qualities of Brahmin, you get a Brahmin, so you become a Brahmin. But Krishna doesn't agree with that. You know, why you have certain births is because of the qualities that you have in last life. Karmana Guna, Karmana Devana, 13th chapter of Gita. Karmana Guna Sangha Sadasajjanasa. The cause of birth is qualities from last life. So you're born in a Brahmin family, you have Brahmin qualities in last life. Anyway, it's a different argument. So anyway, so let's see what else we have in this chapter. Because, let's see what else. Okay, verse, verse 14. Parashuram is accepted as the Vasudeva Amsha. He's a Amsha means like us, we're also Amsha. What kind of Amsha? It's called Vivinamsha, small particle of Krishna. So he quotes the Bhagavad Gopal to Rupa Goswami. It says Parashuram is Shakti Vaishnava. Avatar because he's representing the interests of Krishna. He's appearing that way. And Shakti because he has special power to kill everybody. So now everybody, Putin's a Shakti Vaishnava also. And China, Prime Minister is Shakti Vaishnava. And Trump is a Shakti Vaishnava. They all have the power to kill everybody. Atom bombs. But they're not carrying out the will of God. So they are Shakti, but they're not avatars. They're demoniac representatives of the demoniac tendency. What's that verse in the 16th chapter? It says they engage in unbeneficial, horrible acts meant for the destruction of the world. It's a tricky one. Look it up then. 16th chapter, you guys don't know that. That's called the demoniac qualities. Only 2 verses about divine qualities. Whole chapters about demoniac qualities. Except for its first 3-4 verses about divine qualities. So we were scared of those. Okay, verse 40. I'll read the verse 40. You have verse 40 there?
14 Durga.
40. Chalice. Okay. Yeah, chapter 15, verse 40. From verse 40.
Shamayarochate Lakshmi Rami Sauri Yata Prabha Shamina Asu Bhagavans Krishyate Haririshwaraha.
This is the primary quality of a Brahmin. The splendor of a Brahmin is forgiveness. This makes him effulgent. The Supreme Lord is very pleased with someone who is forgiving. There's 2 things. They usually say, forgive and forget. Forgiving may be done, but forgetting is hard. I know. I had a hard time. And I forgave those who gave a hard time. I can't forget it. I pray to Krishna to give me forgetfulness. But he's, I'll let him remember next life. So, what's that verse from the 16th chapter of Gita?
9th verse.
9th verse, 16th chapter. Let's hear it.
एतां दृष्टिम् अवष्टभ्य नष्टात्मानोऽल्पबुद्धया प्रभवन्त्युग्रकर्माणः क्षयाय जगतो अहिता.
Translation.
Following such conclusions, the Dhammamya, who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world.
That's what they're doing. Doing a good job of it. Okay, let's look at Prabhupada's commentary on this verse. Paragraph 6. Very nice commentary Prabhupada has. Different people become beautiful by having different qualities. The cuckoo is black, so it's not too beautiful. A sweet voice. A woman becomes beautiful by her chastity and faithfulness to her husband. Also can be beautiful by being a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
An ugly person becomes beautiful when he's a learned scholar. That's why Chanakya Pandavasi say about a learned person, a rich person.
Samloshtrasma Sharak Chanakya Pandita.
Niti Shastra. You ever studied it?
Samloshtrasma.
A rich man is honored in his village. A wise person is honored wherever he goes. There's some Muslim saint named Rumi from 500 years ago. R-U-M-I, Rumi. But he was wise, very wise person. He was a Sufi, I think. Sufi, holy, mystic saint of Muslim religion. Rumi, but he was very wise and said very intelligent things about reality. So he even now all around the world people are quoting Rumi because of wisdom. But to speak of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's Bhagavad Gita, which is in every language and everywhere quoted, even while we're speaking. So become wise and become beautiful. That's available to everyone. Everyone becomes beautiful by their qualities. Brahmanas are beautiful when they're forgiving. Kshatriyas are beautiful when they're courageous. Vaishyas are beautiful when they're greedy. Vaishyas are beautiful when they do good things and protect cows and engage their money in cultural enrichment. Shudras are beautiful when they're faithful to their masters and work properly without complaining. Everyone becomes beautiful by special qualities. And the special quality of a Brahmin is
Forgiving.
So remember that when you fight with your wife next time. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You want to get your dinner? Better behave yourself. She'll go on a walkout strike. No cooking for 2 weeks. Then you'll get on your hands and knees. Oh, where? So in verse 41, Jamadagni told Parasuram, you killed Karta Vir Arjuna, and it's very sinful. You have to do some atonement, prayaschitta. But Vishnu says that atonement doesn't apply to the chit shakti of the Lord, but to set an example for everyone, he did. So chapter 16, we'll read a summary of this chapter now. Jamadagni's wife, Renuka, went to get water, and the king of Gandharvas was in the same area, enjoying with some Apsara ladies. And Renuka became attracted to the Gandharva king. Prabhupada said, I don't know if it's true, but they had some relationship. You really see that in this chapter. So Jamadagni knew about that. He had some psychic premonition about the misdeed of his wife. So that's why it all came down. Because of this sinful desire, she was punished by her husband. Parasuram killed his mother and brothers, but they were revived and came back to life again. The sons of Karta Vir Arjuna, however, who were killed, whose father was killed by Parasuram, they came when Parasuram was not there and killed Parasuram's father, Jamadagni. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Parasuram killed their father, they killed his father. Then Parasuram went berserk. Berserk means crazy. He killed every king. He killed one to start with, then he went crazy and killed everyone. But his commentary says he didn't kill kings of Vrindavan. He didn't kill Vaishnava kings. That's good. He went kings all over the world. He killed them 21 times. So you learn a lot of amazing medical facts in the Bhagavatam also, about dead people being dipped in a swimming pool, coming up with a new body, the people getting their heads chopped off and put back on again.
Yeah.
And churning legs and getting yogurt.
Getting sons.
Getting sons. I mean, I don't know if these are metaphorical or what, I don't know, but this. Yeah, they're amazing surgeons and medical treatments that are now being done with clothing and taking cells and making, imitation people and all kinds of, semi-humans and what they call digital human beings and stuff like that. It's called humanism or some term now.
Test tube.
I know about clones was what?
Test tube babies.
No, that's old fashioned. There's some new term. They're called transhumans.
Oh.
Like in other words, there's two or three Trumps. There's one original President Trump. They made copies of them. And they're called transhuman. I don't know, it's
Would they work by remote control? I mean, I don't understand.
I don't know, they use them for different events.
The Bhagavatam starting to make more sense than what's going on now.
Yeah,
At least I can learn something out of this book.
yeah, that's true.
The
Yeah,
stuff they're doing now, I don't see much value.
yeah, no, I agree. So anyway, he put the head back in his father, and he came back to life again, and then he did bhajan. He went to Saptarishi Mandala. He joined the rishis up there. He got fed up with being a king. He still lives in Mahendra, in Parasuram, still lives in Mahendra Parvat. Where is that? I don't know.
Orissa.
Orissa.
Oh. Mahendra Parvat's in Orissa. That's pretty cool. Go down there and see him. Parasuram.
Is it near Puri?
Some,
You saw?
That's the same state. That doesn't mean it's near.
my grandmother when she
Your grandmother at Parasuram?
She said go to the she met
She get forgiven? She forgave Parasuram.
Yeah.
So in that dynasty of Parasuram, Vishwamitra was born. He did austerities and penances. Prabhupada said he became a Brahmin. I don't know about that. He got Brahmin tejas, but I don't think he changed. I don't know about that. Anyway, see what happened was Vishwamitra came to visit Vashishta. Vashishta had a Kamadina cow. And Vishwamitra had 60,000 soldiers. He said, we're going to take a bath. You have to feed us and give us a place to stay. So Vashishta said, no problem, take a bath. So while he was gone, Vashishta went to his Kamadina and said, look, maybe housing for 60,000 soldiers. Make a big tent for prasad and make everybody a big feast. So Kamadina cow said, okay, no problem. So he came back, they had houses and food and everything. So Vishwamitra said, hey man, how do you do all this stuff? Oh, it's my cow. Oh, nice cow. And the cow, he was going to take the cow. The cow said, hey, the cow spoke English, Sanskrit or Tamil or whatever it was. The cow spoke. And he told it, he started shouting, hey, this guy's king's trying to steal me. They had a big fight. Who won?
Vasishtha.
Vashishta beat the crap out of it. Beat him up. So Vishwamitra was amazed. How the skinny Brahmin, I don't know he's skinny, but he was. Doesn't have to be skinny. He's got a Brahmin. They're pretty healthy. So, Puri Brahmins, they're very healthy. Savanthi Brahmins are also very healthy. So, anyway, Brahmins are healthy. So, Vishnu said, how you got all this power? He said, it's called Brahman Tejas. Brahman Tejas is the power of spiritual power. He said, how do I get that? You got to do austerity. So he did austerity. But then it didn't work so well. When you go to the gym, you get all kinds of muscles and stuff. Girls also go to the gym. You're going to get muscles and end up with 5 kids. And a bunch of bills and a bunch of headaches. And you lose all your muscles. So Vishwamitra got all kinds of power. And then he attracted Indra. Indra said he's going to conquer heaven. So he sent Menaka, one of his hotshot girls. So she came down and just jingled ankle bells. That was all it took, because he's a king. He heard ankle bells a lot. So he knew what that meant. So he came out of his meditation and
had a daughter.
got a daughter named
Shakuntala.
Shakuntala, who Rabindranath Tagore wrote a poem to her or something. I think Rabindranath Tagore wrote a play or something called Shakuntala.
Kalidas has wrote Gurudev.
Kalidas wrote.
Abhigyana Shakuntala.
Okay. Kalidas. It's about Shakuntala. Okay, so good luck for her. So he got all his power. So let's see what the important things here in this chapter. Parashram destroys ruling caste. I'm not sure if there's too many things. Let's find out. Is it exciting? You must look really excited. You can fall off your chair. Okay. Oh, verse 5, there's a commentary. I wonder what it is. Javadagni was angry with his wife. She had not kept her promise. Actually, let's see this, very interesting. Prabhupada's commentary on this one. 5:13. This is interesting. Okay, back and forth. What verse is that? This word in the Sanskrit, read the Sanskrit.
Vyabicharam nirjnatva patnya prakupito bravit natainam putraka papam iti uktaste na chakri.
The translation in Banaswami's book, he translates the word Vyabhicharani as promise. What's the translation?
Order. Vyabichari. She kept the promise.
What's the English translation? Just
The
read
great
it.
sage Jamadagni understood that she had not kept her promise.
Prabhupada says she committed adultery.
Yeah.
The great sage Jamadagni understood the adultery in the mind of his wife. Vyabhicharani, avichar means to move, and Vyabhi means all around. So her mind saw the handsome Gandharva and she thought, I'd like to have union with him. So that's called adultery in the mind. Why is that? Why did Jamadagni want to kill her for that? Because in her previous age, this is a previous age, this is not Kali Yuga. Previous ages, human beings were responsible for sinful thoughts. You had a sinful thought is equal to doing it. Even in the Bible, Jesus says, maybe correct me, somebody knows Bible, but I don't really know very well. But I heard it. But Jesus said this. He who lusts after a woman is the same as if he laid down to bed with her. A man who lusts after a woman is the same as if he laid in bed with her. So that means Jesus, you ever heard that?
Yeah, that's correct.
Thank you. So that indicates from Jesus' viewpoint, Christianity, mental sins are equal to external sins. Although that was in Kali Yuga, he said that. Because in Kali Yuga, that rule doesn't apply.
That's probably why he had to say it again.
Huh?
That's probably why he had to say it again, because we're getting the idea that it doesn't apply. So he's not letting us get out of that excuse.
Yeah, we're like
So in Kali Yuga it also applies because of Jesus said it in Kali Yuga.
Oh, okay, that's
We're not getting out of it.
Okay, we're not getting out.
Yeah.
But some other vague scriptures say you're not responsible for mental sins.
You are if you're a Christian. There you go.
Amen, brother. So he was very angry. He told his son, kill this sinful woman, but the son did not carry out the order. I just wanted to point out differences in translation. That's why it's good to have a few copies of the same book, if you can. You get some different angles and different viewpoints. Yeah, I would like to know if the Sanskrit word vyabhacharani means adultery.
Yes.
It does. Oh, that's very interesting. Prabhupada's translation, which is done by Prabhupada himself, because he did up to 10th Canto, chapter 13, he personally translated the Sanskrit and everything. After that, it was all done by disciples, chapter 14 and 11th and 12th Canto. This Prabhupada went to Goloka. But Vyabhachari, because Vanaswami says promise. So the idea is very clear here. Because, his wife broke her promise, so she is killed. That's what this Bhagavatam says, right? So I was like, well, what kind of husband is that? But this is, she sinned. She did adultery. So, watch out for Jamadagni. Don't marry Jamadagni. Very strict. Let's see what else we have here. Listen, look at the commentary on verse 9, chapter 16. Jamadagni got a result of his offense to his wife. He got killed. What amazing stuff going on here. See it? You see it, what's going on?
Yeah, sense of Tattva.
Since Jamadagni killed his offenseless wife, who had full pure devotion to the husband, he got a reaction to his offense, he got killed. Be careful, husbands. It's a warning to all husbands out there. Don't offend your wives. Like a dire result. Dire and dying. Let's see what the commentary is on this one. This is so exciting, isn't it? People are getting killed left, right, and center. It's like a mafia movie or something. This guy bumps out that guy, this guy bumps out that guy. Blood and guts. Prabhupada's commentary. Jamadagni was powerful because of austerity, but he made a slight offense to his poor wife. Slight offense. Prabhupada is not too supportive of female, it looks like. Kill your wife is a slight offense. Certainly this was a sinful act, and therefore Jamadagni was killed by the sons of Kartavya Arjuna. Oh my God. One should, no matter who one is, one should act very cautiously, otherwise one will suffer result. This is the lesson we receive from Vedic literature. So the lesson we receive from this is behave properly, love all, serve all, respect all. Especially your wife. Come on, man. What? This is Bhagavatam's a book about killing, it seems like. Killing demons, killing husbands, killing wives, killing sons. Everybody's getting killed. little baby. One queen has a kid, other queens don't have a kid, so they kill the kid.
Yeah.
Harsha Shok,
Chitraketu.
Chitraketu. My God, man. What's going on, guys? Oh, my gosh. So Parashuram was very far away from his mother, but he heard her crying. Verse 14. Upashutya Dura Sta. Sta means situated, place. Dura means far. He was very far away, but he heard as if very close. Upasana Shutya. Upasana, as if he's sitting asana, very close. He Shutya, he heard. But how did he hear? What kind of sound was that? There's 4 kinds of sound. Vaikari is audible sound of the ear. There's mental sound. There's heart sound. There's buddhi sound. Pran sound. Mental sound. So she heard mental sound. Or rather, Parashuram heard in his mind. He came running there. Then he started his annihilation program. Verse 18, 19. He made all these lakes, he made 9 lakes of blood at Samanta Panchaka. Samanta Panchaka is the name of the lakes of blood of the Pandavas and Kauravas made at Kurukshetra. That's what is this? Let's look at verse 522, page 522. 522. Verse 17. In the middle of the city, he made a mountain of heads. Wow. That was pretty wow. Yeah. Commentary on verse number 18 and 19. Parashuram killed all the Kshatriyas because they were not following Brahminical culture. Brahminical culture is described in the Shastra like Gita. Chaturvanya Mahashastra Gunakarma Vivagashva. At the time of Parashuram, the government was responsible. No. If the government becomes irresponsible and sinful, not caring for Brahminical culture, an avatar of Krishna will come like Parashuram to destroy the country by fire, famine, or disease, or some other calamity. Whenever a government disrespects God and doesn't protect Sanatana Dharma, they'll have catastrophes like that brought on by Parashuram. So, we have a phrase in America, cruising for a bruising. Cruising means you get in your car and cruise. And put the top down, drive along Ocean Boulevard, playing stereo. Red dog. Cruising, just cruising. But bruising means. So when some guy wants to start a fight, he says, look man, you're cruising for a bruise. So, what Prabhupada said, when Kshatriyas start misbehaving and disregarding Brahminical culture and the advice and guidance of Brahmins, and killing cows and promoting whiskey and booze and cigarettes and taking taxes, liquor tax and cigarette tax and tax on everything, and not giving any dharmic, Sanatana dharmic teaching to the people. They're cruising for bruises. And nature is going to give them a great bruise. Sorry for that. Cultural diversion. It's just spontaneous. I did a lot of cruising, but I didn't do much cruising. I got bruised. Javadagni was worshipped when Parashram brought back to life, and he became one of the sages and the 7 sages. Kasyap Muni, Atri, Vishishta, Vishramita, Gautam, Javadagni, and Bharadwaj. They're all making the pole. Where are they? They're going around the pole stars. Carlos commentary on that one. It's not very long. I'm pretty sure. The 7 stars revolving around the pole star. Who's on the pole star?
Dhruv Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj. Are called the Saptarishi Mandala. These 7 stars form the topmost part of the planetary system. It's called the Big Dipper. You know the Big Dipper?
Yes, sir.
Dipper is like a ladle. There's a hand, there's a pot. It looks like this. 1 star, 2, 3, 4. That's the ladle. Then from this corner goes up. 1, 2, 3. 3 stars, 4 stars, 7 stars makes a ladle. Look up at this side. Look at the moon. Look to the right. You can see it on a dark night. It's called the Big Dipper. There's Little Dipper also. Little Dipper. Big Dipper. There's some name for it. Greek Latin name. Okay. We want to get to chapter 19 today. Go a little slow. Guys are too much ecstasy. Oh, it's slowing us down. Okay, here's another thing here. Harishchandra wanted to do a sacrifice. Some guy named Shunashepa is called a man animal. Translation for about it. But it's not a man animal. It was a human being used for a sacrifice. Purusha Pashu. It's like an animal sacrifice, but not, the animal was a human being. You call you an animal. But it's not a man animal. Of course, women might say that. Men are like animals. But it's not good. You can see Prabhupada doesn't say it. Let's see what it says. I like that man animal thing. Are you a man animal? Yeah. What's it do? What verse is it? What number?
31 Guru.
31.
Okay. Harishchandra was about to sacrifice his son, Rohita. Rohita saved his own life by buying the sky from his father for the yajna. This son was sold to Harishchandra because he was the middle son between the oldest and the youngest. It appears that the sacrifice of a man as an animal in yajna has been practiced for a very long time. Prabhupada speaks so matter of fact. Oh, yeah, I was over there. Sorry. What's going on here? It appears that humans have been sacrificed for a long time. Ask Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Crazy world. What sacrifice do we prescribe?
Mahanidhi.
That's better. Hare Krishna, chapter 17, we made it.
Yes.
Let's read the summary. Okay, we're moving right along now. We really got some speed now. That was an exciting chapter, huh?
Yes, Gurudev.
What's the score? How many are alive? How many are dead?
Kshatriyas are
They're all dead. They're not talking. Okay, hold on. The eldest son, Ayu, is the son of Purura. He had 5 sons. You know, I'll describe a bunch of names. Then we got down to Raji. Oh, you know, some news. It's not part of the class. I had Canto say it. My godbrother, Madan Mukunda Gopal, had a son. His name is Ravi Gopal. Ravi Gopal. Ravi means son. So there, she said the mother's healthy and the son's healthy. Everyone's happy. So that's a good blessing for all those guys. So Raji, this guy's name is Raji, he was given Indraloka. Vyasa arranged that. But later, after he died, his sons took over. But they were stupid. And Indra beat him up. That's funny. That's so funny. Vyasa is the guru of Indra. He's the guru of the Devatas. He gave heaven to Indra, and then he gave it to Raji. He gave it to Raji. Raji had a bunch of sons, but they were stupid. So Indra beat him up and took over heaven. That's the chapter, man. Let's see what interesting points there are. Isn't it fun?
It'd be interesting to see a summary of the Bhagavatam done by you. Just the summary, right? Like this. Right? A bunch of names, and then someone got killed, and then there was some blood and dancing. I would buy that. That'd be a lot.
This chapter is really exciting. Now let's see this high point is this chapter, is verse 14, chapter 7. It's about inheritance laws. Let's see what it says. What happens if you have stupid sons?
You find someone else to give the money to.
Yeah, right. That's Raji actually conquered the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, Indra bade Raji's sons return it. They refused. Because they didn't actually take it from Indra, they inherited it from their father. They considered heaven their paternal property. Why then should they return it to the Devatas? So what quality does this show?
Right?
No. Greed, attachment. Sons were greedy and attached. They didn't want to give up the kingdom. Yes, you will. That's right. Say Shivadi. So now we go to the next chapter. Chapter 18. So what the quality 17 shows us?
Greed.
Greed and attachment. Asakti, attachment. Indra was attached to his kingdom. And so he beat those guys up and took it over. This is chapter 18. King Yayati regains his youth. So what's this about?
Lust.
About lust. Okay, here's the summary. It also tells King Yayati was really had a hard time with lust, but he ended up getting liberated instead of that. Good, a happy ending. He really lost it for a while, but he pulled it out. And when you read about it, you say, oh, this guy's really degraded, he's really uncontrolled, he's really lusty, and then all of a sudden he turned the sinner today becomes a saint tomorrow. It's like a snap of a finger. King Nahusha had sons, and one son, Yati, married a daughter of Shukracharya, named what?
Devyani.
Devyani. And she had a girlfriend, Sharmishta, and King Yati married Sharmishta also. Once the two girls were sporting in the water, and they came out and laughing. So somehow Sharmishta put on Devyani's clothes. Devyani is supposed to be a forgiving, humble, peaceful Brahmani. Got very angry. And who got angry? Devyani got very angry and chastised Sharmishta. And then Sharmishta got angry and threw the skinny Brahmin in the well. King Yayati, poor king, he was thirsty. He came that well, he got fireball. What's going on here with this guy? He's trying to hide behind a tree or what? He's brushing his teeth or what's he doing?
He's showing you.
Yeah, it's your toothbrush, man. It's neem tree or marijuana?
Need to be.
So I watch what you call around here. I'm growing neem tree, my children are growing the other thing. I say, oh yes, is this your medicine? Yeah. Every night they share medicine out front gate.
Doctor.
He's a doctor. So, okay, he went to the well and he got his hands full. He saw a girl in the well, so he reached down and got her hand around her. And, what happened? Devyani accepted Yayati as her husband and told her about Sharmishta's behavior. Shukracharya was very angry. So Sharmisha's father offered his daughter to Shukracharya to accompany his daughter Devayani as a maidservant. It's called Dasi. So when the king Yayati had a child with Sharmisha, it's called Dasi Putra. It's called Dasi Putra, means son of a Dasi. And his own child with his Brahmani wife is his son, Putra. So Sharmisha became a maidservant of Devayani. What's the worst thing for a Kshatriya to endure?
Lost dignity.
Loss of dignity. Because the main quality of a Kshatriya is pride and courage. Pride and courage. They're heroic, they're courageous, they're powerful, they're also proud. So, Sharmisha is a Kshatrani, so she's very proud. So you're proud, the way to cut pride is seva. That's why we always tell devotees, they say, how can I get free from false ego, which means pride? We say, do Vaishnava seva, serve prasadam to Vaishnava, serve the Vaishnava. So the father of Sharmisha understood that his daughter offended the Brahmin, Shukracharya. So he cut her pride. He cut her pride by making her Dasi of the Brahmani. He made her Devayani's Dasi. So that's called eating the humble pie. So there's nothing, losing your pride is worse than death for a Kshatriya. So for that girl, Sharmisha, that's punishment she got for throwing Devayani in the well. She offended a Brahmani. That's a very serious offense. Because the father of Sharmisha was afraid that Shukracharya was going to curse his daughter to die. And Shukracharya has the power to kill someone by cursing. He's not a small-time operator. He has all set powers. Shukracharya, Venus. So his daughter became a slave for life, but the king didn't really care about that. She was cute. Venus is her father. Imagine what you look like. You're the daughter of Venus. You gotta look pretty good. So the king got 2 wives and one well. That's called a wishing well. You throw in a coin and pick out a wife. Okay, let's go on. It's getting more exciting as it goes. Where are we?
18 chapters.
18 chapters. What verse?
Starting.
No verse yet started.
Completed
You just
summary.
completed summary.
Read 17.
You completed summary.
Wait, where are we?
We completed summary of 18 chapter.
Okay, 7. Okay. This is another exciting chapter. What's the chapter?
Yayati.
Yadi gets 2 wives, and he gets really crazy, and then he gets sane, and gets liberated. Okay, let's see any good verses. Oh, that's interesting. Devayani was naked. Interesting detail. Verse 19. 3 days from cloth to her. I guess that settles that deal. There's nothing more to discuss with that one. Okay, you're my wife. Okay, here we go. Okay. So they both had kids, and then, well, how he got old? How he got old?
Shukracharya cursed him
Why he cursed him?
because he begot the son from Sharmishta. And Devyani came to know. And she went to crying to her father.
So what qualities that show?
Envy!
Girls are envious?
I don't think
No,
they are good.
not possible. There's envy going on there. Daddy! Sherman, my husband gave a kid to Sherman soda. What? Impotency Babaji. Okay. Fun's over, Jack. Business finished. Close your business. Okay, no comments here now. No comment, as I said. Okay, let's go. Let's really get exciting now. Cursing, counter cursing, envy, all the good stuff. Huh? That's interesting because you get 10th canto, every chapter is about love.
Yeah.
That's the only quality described in 10th canto.
Yes.
Love that Yeshoda's love, Balaram's love, Cowboy's love. The lingering anarthas are eliminated by killing the demons, food nagasura, etc. Okay. Yeah, question.
When Parashurama's father, he got understand that one just have ideas and have a relationship with men. It's okay, like she missed to raise a child with her husband, it means envy. I mean,
She's like double standard.
She said, like Jamadagini came to know that his wife is thinking badly and he
that
wanted
thinking
to
she
kill.
didn't do anything.
So that
Wait.
he wanted to kill her by ordering her his sons.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Parashurama.
Jamadagni is okay. But here Devyani feeling envious of Sharmishta getting a son. By this here she is asking about Jamadagni and Devyani's qualities.
Very envy. It's your husband and Shamishka forcibly made child with him. So how can
So
be
Devyani has no envy. Devyani is correct. She said.
Devyani is like is it envy or like how
Sharmishta is also life.
In the Vedic times, men would have many wives, kings would have many wives, and that was socially acceptable and understood, so it wasn't a cause for envy. Women were happy to have a powerful, strong husband, have their own palace, and be protected. But it doesn't mean they weren't envious. I'm not catching the point.
She's saying she wants to tell about Jamadagni and Devyani. Jamadagni is more harsh. Devyani is okay. She's not in this. Devyani is
No, I don't say. I just like mean basically she was Darcy, she wasn't wife, she wasn't accepted like wife. She was like a official
servant.
She was servant and she made him she initially did this
She was maid servant, but she was also a co-wife. She was in a junior position because she was a Dasi Putra, Dasi of the Queen. And it's very common in Indian Kshatriya lines to have children with the Dasi. But they're also regarded as wives of the husband. But like They don't say that, there's a clean line of demarcation. Like they have a common bedroom. The dasis. Every queen has her own bedroom. And the king has his own bedroom. You go to any palace and there's the king's bedroom and the queen's bedroom. And they want to fool around the queen goes to the king's bedroom. Every queen has her own bedroom. The dasis have a collective bedroom. And the king calls each one to his room when he wants to be with them. So the dasis are wives legally. They get inheritance and property and all stuff. They get differential treatment. They get a lot of money, they get the king, they get respect, but not at the level of the queen. They're not called queens, they're called dasis. If you're a queen, don't worry. You go to Brigo and I'll tell you, last night you were a queen. You won't say you're a dasis. You're a Queen Alexandra of Prussia. 17th century, 18th century. Okay, let's look at chapter. What chapter are we on?
19, yes.
Let's look at chapter. Read 18. You just got old, that's all. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the chapter summary of 19. Next week we should finish 9th Canto.
Yes, go to that.
Okay, 19 chapter. Okay, what's the title?
Yeah, they give sufficient.
There's King Yati achieves liberation. This chapter describes how Yati got liberation in the he goat, she goat story, which is really exciting. It's coming out next week on Netflix.
He goes, she goes.
King Yati finally became disgusted with material life. He renounced worldly life and divided his property, became a sannyasi, beggar, and absorbed in bhakti, Krishna bhakti, got perfection. And his wife Devyani also did bhakti and got liberated also. So it was a happy ending for everybody. She finally got liberated from the well. She got out of the well, went to Vaikuntha. She went from the Griyamanda Kupam to the ocean of bliss. Amen. Griyamanda Kupam means the blind well of family life. Have you seen it? Yes. Have you climbed out? Yes. You're climbing back in? No. Good. Now, my dear, enter the ocean of bliss. Okay, let's see what's going on. He spent 1,000 years enjoying. Oh, that's pretty wild. Didn't get out to it. Yeah. He asked his sons, he got cursed to be old and stuff. He asked his sons to become young. They said no. The one son agreed. So, who was the son that gave youth to him? Guru. So he enjoyed some more. And verse 25 tells what happened. Let's read Sanskrit. 25.
19th chapter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Satatra nirmukta samasta sangha atma nubhutya vidutapibinda Paremale Brahmane Vasudeve Lebe Gatim Bhagavatim Pratitaha.
So lebe means like loba, greed, he attained, he acquired. Patim means he got Bhagavat Pratita. He got a spiritual body, like an associate of Bhagavan. So this is one of the examples of someone from Bhagavatam who attained a spiritual body. Dhruva Maharaj, Narada Muni, Ajamil, Putana, Yati,
Gajendra.
Gajendra 8th Canto, Yati 9th Canto. They all got spiritual bodies. Bhagavatam himself says. And then you have Lord's Abode, Premale Brahmani Vasudeva, Chacha Nirmukta Samasta Sangha, Admana Bhutya Vidyuta Trilinga, Premale Brahmani Vasudeva, Deve Gatim Bhagavatim Pratita. That's a happy ending to King Yati. He had real wildlife, but he got success. So, a lot of emotions, a lot of human psychology revealed here. Greed, lust, envy. But the solution and the success of every life is to turn to Krishna, Vishnu, and do Bhakti Bhajan. And everything will be adjusted and purified and perfected. We'll get liberated for the spiritual world. Jai Jai Sri Radhe. And the prasadam is on the plate behind the door.